Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Arson, and this has been a long-awaited commentary on my new computer, that is. So, what's going on, guys? I just got the gaming setup set up yesterday, so that is why this is a day late for sure. I know that I said Saturday or Friday, so yes, I'm an asshole, and yes, 5 of you did unsubscribe to me, which your guys' loss. So, for those of you that have decided to stay and watch my videos, welcome. This gameplay is a 33-6, just straight rushing it up on TDM. I do not have my PVR hooked up with the new monitor because I had a brain fart and I thought that the back of my monitor would have a component hookup, but no. So I have an HDMI running to the back of the Asus monitor right now, but the fact is that the PVR cannot be hooked up. So I play, but I don't have the PVR until I just bought a thingy mabob. I don't know what it's called. Oh yeah, HDMI to component converter. So I'll put the component cable in there, and then I'll have to run quad. Sorry. So I'll put the component cable in, and then I skip the Reaper, but I'll put the component cable into the converter, and then because the monitor, it only has, like, it has an HDMI slot, so what I'll do is I'll plug the HDMI cable into the converter, and then the other side will go into the back of the monitor, so that way I'll even have better quality than before. But you know, I'll have to buy another thing, and that will be coming in on Tuesday. But good news, guys, this is probably the worst gameplay you will ever see on my channel again, unless I decide to use something that I already have on this laptop. But this was on my big TV, but in my 5th game on the new monitor, I got a Moab. So gameplay shall be getting way fucking better, because your boy Arson is a G now. He's like fucking amazing. But the only reason I'm using this gameplay is because it got that quad predator missile, and then because I was just rushing around, had scavenger, assault. You know, you never really see that from me anyways, because I'm always running the specialist, because that's what everyone runs to get the mob, because everyone's slaying it up in the community or whatever. Oh yeah, but what I want to talk about, because I just don't want to ramble on about how I got the new setup, but it is sick. Videos will be on the way, because that is amazing, and just because I'm sorry for the long-awaited thing. I've actually had everything to hook up the gaming setup for the past 5 days. I've just been a little lazy of getting it all ready, and I really didn't feel like making commentary. But today what we'll be talking about is sensitivity in Call of Duty. You know, everyone talks about this, but I want to talk about what I use and then why I use it. So I'm going to basically go from what I did use when I first started playing Call of Duty to what I use now. So in the days when I got MW2 on the PS3 and didn't even have internet, but then I got internet, and then I played multiplayer, and I had 0.76 KD. So if any of you guys are really bad at Call of Duty right now and you got like a 0.6, 0.7 KD, don't worry. I was in that same boat. Just keep playing, you'll get better, don't worry about it. But the fact is, I used a 3 sensitivity then. Then, when Black Ops came out, I started using a 4 or a 5, and, you know, I would always fool around with snipers and go 10, but, you know, that's not, who cares about that. But then, I started becoming a sniper toward the end of Black Ops. Like, I started trying to make montages on my really old channel. I'm not going to tell you guys what that channel was, by the way, but I was running only 10. But then I switched back to 4 or 5, you know, because I became a red gunning beast. Just wanted to do commentaries only. Ooh, shank! But then, anyways, but then when MW3 came out, I started out using 4 or 5 because that was what I was comfortable with. And I just felt that I couldn't turn on kids. So ultimately what I had to do was I transformed to using a 7 sensitivity because of Green Goblin HD, actually. So I used that, and then I started using, sorry if it lagged right there, I don't know why, but then I started using a 10 on this game. But 10 doesn't, it's too much for me. Like, I can't hit shots from deep, but up close it's really good. But 7, I found that I can lock onto people and rape them from deep, and I turn on kids up close. So if you run like a 2-3 sensitivity, I definitely suggest raising it up 1 or 2 levels just to help you out. But, you know, that's just a generic tip from Arson, and commentary's coming to an end. I will be uploading the Moab whenever I can hook up my PVR, and I'll see you later. Peace out.